Welcome to our channel, Adventures with Claude. I'm Phil.
I'm Darrelle. This is Claude.
Well, hello. Here we are, Adventures with Claude. On our first big adventure with Claude. We're travelling at the moment to Normandy. So I'm Phil, this is Darrelle. Been very quiet.
Very quiet.
She's not normally very quiet.
No, I'm not, but I don't like to see.
We're on the ferry from Poole, going to Cherbourg. Claude is hopefully sitting quietly and behaving himself downstairs in the hold. And looking forward to a couple of weeks adventuring Normandy and maybe a little bit into Brittany. So here we are, we're in Barfleur in Normandy. So Barfleur is about 2 miles to the north of Cape Barfleur with a lighthouse 233 feet high, twinned with Lyme Regis in the UK. It's an area that's not much visited. People tend to arrive at Cherbourg and power on to the south. We thought, no, it's time to have a look at Normandy. We were going to stop at the municipal campsite and we found this parker, which is free of charge. Facilities, well, there are bins. But then when you're self-contained in your campervan, you don't need an awful lot. There is Claude sitting down there quietly.
Moules are €39.
No, they're not.
They are?
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
They're $16.90.
Where have you seen that?
And this evening it is gorgeous. Apparently we've got some rain coming in, which is fairly normal. We're just outside Bayeux and we've come to a France Passion site, and this is a cider farm and they make cider and they make apple juice and they make calvados.
Je vous ai fait goûter ma crème de calvados. Après, j'ai d'autres liqueurs. J'ai du calvados cannelle.
Cinnamon.
Possible.
Si. Oui, cinnamon. Cinnamon.
Voilà, donc ça fait 30 degrés. Plus fort. Calvados orange café miel.
Oh.
À 40
Orange coffee and honey.
40 degrés. Beaucoup plus fort. Voilà. Après,
we popped into the shop as we came in to say hello. Said that they spoke English. Well, yeah, kind of.
About as much English as we speak French, so we got on, we managed.
We have 2 calvados, and I think they had a range of probably 6 or 7. So they had some flavoured calvados mixed with citron, so that's this one, citron, the lemon. They had calvados with coffee. They had calvados with coffee and honey. They had calvados with cinnamon, with vanilla, strawberry, Yeah, loads of different ones. So we got a 12-year-old Calvados, which is this one, and just as a matter of interest, we also got the Citroen, and I think the two together came to about €46. That's really lemony. The opportunity now is to try some. So there's a little bit. This is only a little bit because it's only the afternoon. Our Calvados with Citroen.
Oh, that's really good.
That's really tasty. It's quite sweet. It's obviously Calvados with lemon juice and sugar, but it's really nice.
The lemon, you can still taste the apple. Definitely.
Very interesting.
And the lemon gives a really nice...
Lemon gives a really nice sort of zing. This is Calvados. This is the real stuff. Which has... We really must get some better tasting glasses if we're going to do this, because these plastic things really are not good tasting glasses, are they? You can't exactly see. That's got a really nice nose, and it's a super colour. You can't. You really. I don't think you can maybe just about see the colour on there.
That's really good too.
But yeah, it's got a lovely appley nose, which is what you'd expect it being Calvados. So here we are in Falaise, and the birthplace of William the Conqueror. William the Conqueror, Duke of Normandy, King of England, born in Falaise.
Caché pour échapper à mes cousins qui voulaient usurper mon trône et qui ont osé attenter à ma vie. Mais le duc de Normandie, c'est moi! Tous les Normands qui m'ont défié l'ont appris à leur défense. Je les ai écrasés à Balais-Dune. J'avais 20 ans. Et même le roi de France en personne, je l'ai vaincu. À Varaville, 10 ans plus tard, plus personne n'ose encore m'appeler le bâtard.
Quite possibly one of the best castle visits I've ever done. They say une expérience historique. It was superb. I would definitely recommend visiting the birthplace of William the Bastard Conqueror. Excellent. we don't much do castles because our experience of castles is
They're a bit boring.
Pilot rocks, and here's an us impression of what it might have looked like, and here's another pile of rocks, and this is, well, we think this might have happened, or we think that might have happened. But it really put into context, because one of the things that we're taught in history is all about the kings and queens. But the context of the kings and queens and the Duke of Normandy and the progression towards the throne was really explained very, very well. So that was in a town called Falaise. If you find yourselves heading in this direction into Normandy, I would definitely visit Falaise, and I would most definitely go and see the castle. I think it was 18 euros for the two of us.
Yeah.
And
we were there for ages. It was absolutely superb. Little AI tablets to walk round with that did paint the picture, but also an awful lot of explanation and video in virtually every room. So really super, good fun, and not desperately expensive. 6 o'clock UK time, we're in Bagnoles de l'Orne, which is in the Normandy, Maine area. So today we've passed through Normandy, Suisse. We're now in Normandy, Maine. It's been an amazing day. We're on a campsite, and it is amazing. Toilets, free showers, there's a laundry, dishwashing facilities, there's a snack bar. All of that was just over 10 euros for tonight.
We are off to Mayenne, at the top of the Loire, a medieval village built over a river, the River Mayenne. Welcome to the Musée du Chateau de Mayenne. Built at the beginning of the 10th century, the castle is an exceptional example of a palace dating from the Carolingian period. The room was built in the 19th century when the building was used as a prison. We now step back to the 10th century building. 12th century chapel, actually dating back to the 10th. Areas of the 10th century can be seen on the walls. 13th century and further 19th century additions. Well, just got me tonight for a minute. Darrelle's there.
Hello.
Hello. Gin and tonic time.
Oh, might have finished it.
It was gin and tonic. Actually, yeah, I think I finished mine as well. So, we've had a lovely day. We went to Mayenne. The only French town, apparently, that is named after its river. And in Mayenne, it's a town of two halves. Quite often happens when you have a town with a river. And one side of the river there is a 10th century, there wasn't a lot of information, basilica, and a 10th century castle. They do the whole audiovisual stuff very, very well. And really bring these buildings to life. Yep, that was worth a visit. Not only was it a 10th century castle, it was built on 8th century foundations. So it's kind of been there for a while. Well, tonight, Matthew, I bring you Keith Floyd. There we are. Moules. There we are. Normandy mussels. We haven't got frites because they're quite difficult to do in a vat. We do have sautéed potatoes going on, and the mussels are going to go in the pan shortly. 6,500 years ago, hunter-travellers. So if you imagine hunter-gatherers, well, they were travellers.
That's it.
As they moved into the European peninsulas, would have reached this area before they reached the UK. So 6,500 years ago, as they came onto the Finistère part of Brittany, and they built some amazing megaliths, which was very interesting. Certainly, again, worth a look.
The information was superb.
the village of Glenac, and we are on what they call an air. So here we are. You can see a little site here, free of charge. There's normally water. Sadly, the machine says no service. So just like being home, really. As you can see here, we are dead centre to the town. Was I not allowed to do that joke? So Glenac is quite a way now into Brittany. So we had quite a long drive today, and the joys of the ring road around Rennes. Never do French ring roads. But we survived. We also went to
a really interesting Neolithic site, and I cannot remember the name of it.
Was it Monty? Now you see?
Yeah.
Monteneuf. That was it. Monteneuf.
Well done.
So tomorrow we are heading a little bit up to the coast, to the site at Paimpol, and we'll tell you more about that when we're there. Good morning, here we are at the Paimpol Harbour, Paimpol, which is in Brittany on the Atlantic coast, the Côte d'Amour, and we're here to see a Scallop festival. This is the first time they've run the festival in the last 5 years, so it should be interesting to have a look around. So we are quite early. Festival doesn't start until 11. It's just gone 9. Moved down to the port at around about 8 o'clock this morning, so we can guarantee to the parking place, as the festival takes up a lot of the parking spaces in the town. And there they are. Chef's hard at work, doing all the prep for the day. And here are some of the artisan stalls. I'm asking you to coordinate and choose and put things in a bag. And here we are, the first stall we come to, macaron. No gluten, no lactose. Traditional recipe. Gorgeous. Pistachio, violet, lychee, banana, speculous.
Give me an idea of how much. Speculous? You want some speculous? Speculous, yeah.
Gluten-free speculous. Oh, a sweet stall. Look at all those sweets. Time to get some scallops.
They've got all those boxes yet. We'll sell a hell of a lot of scallops today.
On the other hand, we could have gone for a big box. Or a bag. Of course, a big bag is better value. 10 kilos of scallops, 35 euros. The Abbey Notre Dame de Beauport, founded in the 13th century by the Count of Pennefer and home to the religious order of the Premonasterians who arrived from Normandy. Part of the community provided parish ministry in 13 Breton parishes under the authority of the Abbey, as well as in 9 parishes in the English county of Lincolnshire. These lands were given by William the Conqueror to thank him for the help in conquering England. In the Middle Ages, Beauport Abbey, a true medieval seigneury, had a vast estate as well as rights and privileges donated over the years by law to the region for the salvation of their souls.
Long way up that hill.
It's a long way up that hill. Well, we're now in Dinan, medieval town on the top of a hill, and the parking for camper cars is at the bottom of the hill, and it was a very long hill. Errol decided there were too many steps, and you can have enough steps in your life without going up additional steps just to take photographs of the view from the top.
There's more steps now.
Ah, there's a few more here.
Absolutely.
Up we go. These medieval types must have had incredibly strong legs. Up and down steps all the time. Incredible.
There's no cars though,
No cars.
so they didn't get lazy.
Of course, we've managed to do our usual thing of arriving at lunchtime. Everywhere will be closed until about 2:30. From the end of the 14th century, the Council of Burgesses controlled the town. The increase in power and status clearly called for the construction of a landmark building with a height of 43 metres. The town built a town hall and a tower, the tower of the municipality. Up to the French Revolution, the platform on top of the tower was a watchtower. Of course, given that we've managed to come during the closed hours, it's only April and May they close for lunch. From July onward, they're open from 8 o'clock in the morning until 7 o'clock at night. We're now walking down towards the castle. In 1380, Duke Jean IV returned to Brittany after several years' exile in England. Eager to display his power over his duchy, he started an extensive construction programme. The city of Dinan was prosperous and its citizens thought they could ignore the Duke. Dinan already had a city wall, the largest in Brittany, built at the end of the 13th century by the first Duke Jean, with additions by his successors. Duke Jean IV then commissioned an exceptional architectural project, the Tower Palace. Construction of the castle took just 13 years, from 1380 and finished by 1393. It's an excellent example of a 14th century ducal residence. Not only did they have to contend with many stairs, they also had to wear very heavy armour and carry the most gruesome of weapons. Wouldn't fancy that landing on your head, would you? And that concludes our tour of the castle of Dinan. So here we are in Dol de Bretagne, still just on the edge of Brittany now, the edge of Brittany and Normandy, and another town with medieval route, go up towards the cathedral. We're going to go and visit the cathedraloscope. What's a cathedraloscope, I hear you ask? Well, maybe we'll find out. The cathedral started around the 11th century, and the current building obviously with amendments, was finished in the 16th century. Samson was born around the year 480. He began his religious career as an abbot at the Celtic monastic community of Caldy. Caldy Island is off the coast of Tenby in Pembrokeshire, Wales. It's argued that the origins of architecture came from cathedral building. Ever focused on dragons from Wales. Here is part of the stained glass window showing that Saint Samson is in the presence of King Chilbert. The saint standing holds a dragon on a lead. The dragon has the head of a goat, a green body, brown wings and a snake's tail. The first bishop of Dol de Bretagne would have delivered Paris from this animal.
It's not right or wrong. It's about trying.